before I begin. These are my power rankings for week 3. I want to start this. If we lose to the Patriots this Sunday, I'm going to be very concerned with how our season is going to look. Losing to the Cardinals, yeah, that ain't too good of a look. It's frustrating. You want to have confidence in your football team. You know what? I have tried. I've tried. I've tried and tried and tried over and over again to have confidence in this team. They haven't gave me the reason to have confidence. Not a reason. And listen to the Cardinals. Thus gives me another reason to think that this team still sucks. I have friends tell me, well, you got that are Browns fans. You know, I get it. Right? I get it. Browns have barely seen the playoffs in their existence. I understand. But I would rather not make the playoffs year after year after year than constantly get my hopes up thinking, oh, this season's different. This season's different. Because if I'm being honest, the first 2 weeks of this season, things felt different for not just me, but this team. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating that we do this, guys, over and over again. And one thing I do love Micah Parsons. What he said after the game. We look past that game. He takes the blame himself. But you know one thing? The blame's not to be on Micah Parsons. That dude has the best of the odds to win Defensive Player of the Year. And if he plays like he did, week 1, week 2, for the rest of the season, you might have to put him in the conversation for MVP. Honestly, it's frustrating that this team constantly does what they do. It's frustrating. But I want to get you guys to serve my power rankings. Okay. Yes, sir, my power rankings. So, last week, I can show you, guys. Last week I posted right here on YouTube my power rankings last week from Tier Maker. This is my, if I will focus, top 10 power rankings from last week. San Francisco, Dallas, Philadelphia. Yeah, I have Tampa Bay at 4 there, but let's do this live. This is how I'm gonna do it. Um, I'm gonna do this live. I'm gonna make a tier maker every, and I'm gonna go through it and explain why I'm putting each team where I'm putting them. Phone would stop lagging. Okay, so as you guys see, it's all clear now. As you guys see there, the tier list is clear. At number 10, I got the Cleveland Browns. Number 10. Here's what. Okay. There's a Nick Chubb on Monday night, right? Week and a half ago. 2 weeks ago. 1 week ago. Yeah, 1 week ago. That was a really, really tough loss. That was a loss for Cleveland that really hurt them. But I feel like Sunday, when they beat the crap out of the Titans, which was a very impressive win, by the way, because the Titans got a pretty solid defense there. I felt that was impressive. That was an impressive win. In Cleveland, I feel like finally, I feel like Deshaun Watson played well. Played in his Houston form. Yeah, did he have some bad plays? Yeah, no question, fumbles. But obviously cleaned that up. And you saw a really clean game by Deshaun Watson. 2 touchdowns, 283 passing, and completed like 60% plus percent of his passes. That is not bad, okay, for Deshaun Watson. That is the type of Deshaun Watson Browns fans have been waiting to see. And if you're Cleveland fans, you hope to continue to see it. They got a big game next week versus Baltimore. They could very well win that football game next week. At number 9, from number 2 to number 9, the Cowboys. Only, only reason I have them barely above Cleveland. Because I still feel, although how good Cleveland is, because they are good, Dallas is still just a little better on both sides. I feel that. Could that change? There's still months of football left. Yes, absolutely. But right now, I still feel Dallas is slightly the better team. Yeah, was that a bad loss to Arizona? Yeah, it was. Very bad loss. But what are you going to do, right? This is the type of team you want to look at, and you can say we'll bounce back next week. Number 8. This is going to be at 8. I got the Packers. Jordan Love is turning into something not a lot of people thought he would turn into. And that's no disrespect to him, right? He's turned into a quarterback that Green Bay can look at and be like, okay, this is the dude of our this is our future. This is our future star, and that's what he's turned into. Um, and that win versus the Saints on Sunday, that was impressive. Come back from 17-0. Yeah, they didn't have Derek Carr, but so what? Still, from 17-0 down, that is impressive to do. And I put them at 8. That defense of the Packers, yeah. Did they show holes? Absolutely. But they are good. They are dang good. They are really dang good of a team. So, at number 7, remember guys, this is the Detroit Lions at number 7. Reason I put the Lions at 7 is just over the Packers. I feel like the Lions have so much more going for them. I feel like they have so much more, like, so much more confidence going for them. They got a quarterback. They got Jared Goff still has to prove to me, at least, that he's that franchise guy. But I think he definitely will prove it eventually. This team, DeAndre Swift, never mind, the Eagles. We'll talk about him later. But still, they got freaking that defense is elite. They got Gardner Johnson. Who else they got? I'm forgetting people's names. So frustrating, but that team's stacked. That team's loaded. They have T.J. Hawkinson. That is a wolf. That is a player. But I feel like they're a really good team. Number 6, Ravens. Baltimore Ravens. They're coming off a loss Sunday to the Colts, but I mean, come on. They got bailed out. Colts got bailed out. Let's be honest. That was pass interference. Come on. That was pass interference. I think the Ravens, they're resurging. Lamar is resurging. Never that he lost it. He says for a while didn't have it. And I feel like if he can stay healthy, this is a deep playoff team that can do something in the playoffs. Come to time. Number 5, finally in the power rankings, the Cincinnati Bengals. Number 5, finally in the win column. They are 1-2 after last night's win over the Rams. Whoa, oh, that was rough. That offense has work to do. Joe Mixon, what's happening? Joe Burrow, wake up. That team has so many holes in it. I don't know if they're still the Chiefs' biggest threat. I think another team is, and we'll talk about later, is number 4. Going to get a little controversy for this. The Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, did they beat Baker Mayfield last night? Yeah, pretty bad. One thing though, Jalen Hurts made mistakes. Jalen Hurts made mistakes, made bad throws. Did he make some really good throws too? Yeah, Jalen Hurts. But he made some bad throws, errant throws. I think he'll clean that up. But it's concerning to see if you're an Eagles fan, right? You don't want to see that out of your star, but it's going to happen. I feel like the Eagles are still one of the Super Bowl favorites. And at number 4, I mean, that doesn't mean anything. They're in top 5. I mean, right where right where you think they'd be. Okay. Number 3. This is a San Francisco 49ers. And number 3. Reason I don't have them at 1 is because that was a really slow start versus New York. And I feel like they could have done so much more, so much better than that game. You know what I mean? So, they're Brock Purdy's. I mean, come on. Whoever says he's not elite. This is crazy. Second, I actually have 2 teams in second. The Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Both these teams are just golden. Golden where they sit right now. Both these teams, let's be honest, are the 2 teams that could dethrone the Chiefs. Because the Chiefs are just one of those football teams that I feel they're elite, obviously, but I feel like this is one of those games that Dolphins Bills. It'd be one of those games where Chiefs can't look past. It's a tough game, and obviously at number 1, Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs ran over the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills. It's early. Ran over the Chicago Bears. I mean, smacked the holy goodness out of them. And it's one of those type of games, man. I'm telling you, one of those type of teams. They could go back to back. They very well could. But I think there's just a lot more competition there this year, and I just think it'll be a lot harder for them to go back to back. Guys, here is my week 3 power rankings. At number 1, if this will hold,